What is good, YouTube? It's your boy OG Nonboy back with another video, and in today's video I have a team that I found on Chillis FM's channel, and he claimed that this team might be the best team in the Spring Cup right now. So team consisting of Tentacruel, Roserade, and Fairthorn, and as you can see here, the movesets on all three of these Pokemon are altered from the recommended movesets. So the Tentacruel is running the Sludge Wave instead of Acid Spray. The Roserade is running the Poison Jab instead of Bullet Seed as the fast move, and Fairthorn is running Mirror Shot and Thunder, which is super spicy in my opinion. Mirror Shot as a bait move, and then the Thunder as the nuke move, and these moves are pretty essential to this team's success, I'd say, and we'll explain that further in the commentary. But I was able to do very well with this team, going 12 and 3 over the 3 sets that I played it, getting like I think over 100 ELO, like 120, 130, something like that, and I was able to hit veteran using this team. So without further ado, let's get into these matches here. First match, we have the Tentacruel into Seeking, and this is a decent matchup for the Tentacruel. You are resisting the poison jabs, but you will be taking super effective damage from the drill runs here. So I'm going to shield up the drill run, and since we are playing an ABB team, I do want to pivot out of here at some point. But I'm going to throw the Sludge Wave first, and hoping that the opponent lets this go through. But a lot of Tentacruel now are running the Sludge Wave, so like, I don't know, a lot of times opponents now will call the Sludge Wave, but this is the reason why, or one of the reasons why you want to run Poison Jab, just because normally a Weather Ball from the Roserade won't KO a Tentacruel, or not Tentacruel, Trevenant rather, but if you are running the Poison Jab, then you should be able to take them out with the subsequent Poison Jab damage before they're able to reach a Shadow Ball there, especially if you're ahead on energy. So now we're going to bring the Tentacruel back in here. Opponent is shields down, so I'm just going to farm this thing all the way down, and I'm going to commit my shield here. Definitely do not want to have to throw some mirror shots at this thing, and I could take it out with the like Scald or the other charge move, but decided to just go down. It doesn't really matter too much just because we are in a very commanding position. I didn't realize my switch timer was up, so I didn't want to get stuck in the matchup and that sort of thing, but kind of stupid play. Next match though, we got the Lantern into Tentacruel, so not a great lead. We swap into our Roserade, and they're going to be bringing in the Galarian Weezing, so we actually have a pretty decent matchup against the Galarian Weezing, as these poison jabs are doing quite a bit of damage, and this is also another reason why poison jab is just a little bit better than the bullet seed. So going to throw one before they reach the overheat, just because I don't know who wins CMP tie, and they're going to shield that, so of course I'm going to respect this overheat with a shield of my own, because alignment is very important. We want our Fairthorn on that Lantern and not the Lantern on our Tentacruel. So they're going to bring the Mawile in, which kind of makes me think, I don't know why they didn't bring that into the Roserade to begin with, but now we're basically like in a super winning position here. They're going to bring the Lantern in, and I'm going to keep building up. I don't want to reveal that I have the Thunder quite yet, and they could see the match before we're able to reveal the spicy moveset. So next match, we have the Mirror Lead, Tentacruel v Tentacruel, and a lot of times if the opponent is running Acid Spray, they will just throw it right away. So the fact that they didn't throw it right away means that they're going to throw a Sludge Wave here, and I'm going to throw my own Sludge Wave, looking like we're losing CMP, and I'm going to swap immediately into my Roserade, since a lot of times, or not a lot of times, but I did play the Mirror team once before, so having an energy lead on the Roserade actually comes in very handy. But they're going to have a Mawile instead, and this thing's going to farm me all the way down, and now we're in a bit of trouble just because our Fairthorn definitely doesn't want to see this. So I'm scared that this is an Iron Head, and I won't be able to reach the Scald if it lands, but they actually just threw a Power Up Punch, and maybe shielding that was pretty bad for me just because it showed how desperate I was to get rid of this Mawile here. So opponent kind of realizing that, shielding up the Mawile there, and then it's basically a GG for me, so I top left out of there. Next match, we have Tentacruel into Fairthorn. So how I play this out, I don't remember how Chillis plays it out in his video, if he kind of explained the same thought process, but a lot of times you're going to be using the Roserade as the safe swap, or most of the time rather. So I'm going to throw a Sludge Wave first, and then I'm going to try to catch the Power Whip onto my Roserade, as it is double resisted. So they're going to swap out, of course, of this matchup, since they don't want to be taking Weather Balls. So if you leave the Ferrothorn with too much health, it's going to be kind of hard for your own Ferrothorn to deal with it in the back. So now I'm going to throw a Weather Ball at this Trevenant here, and opponent shielding that. So I also like throwing on CMP, just because I do know the Roserade wins CMP thanks to watching Chillis's video. And I'm going to again throw the Weather Ball on CMP, and if the opponent shields this, then it's fine too, but they actually decide to let that go, and they have a Pelipper in the back. So now we're going to bring our Ferrothorn in, and just waiting out the switch timer here. Ferrothorn going to probably land a Thunder at some point in this match, so we'll see. A nice little one-shot, but I'm going to respect the Hurricane here, just because the opposing Ferrothorn will only be able to throw resisted moves at my own Ferrothorn, so the potential Hurricane would be like the most damaging move. And they're going to take me out with a Power Whip, so I'm going to throw 2 Mirror Shots plus a couple extra Bullet Seeds to take out the opposing Ferrothorn. And I want to leave this matchup with a fair amount of energy, so that I can safely reach back-to-back Thunders against the opposing Pelipper, but I kind of mess up and throw on CMP tie here, and I should have just thrown one before, but turns out it wouldn't have mattered because it didn't kill anyways. But here I kind of mess up, since I throw 3 of the Bullet Seeds, which is optimal timing technically, like 1 and 3 is optimal timing, but because I was capped on energy, we end up going over 100 energy, and that kind of makes things scary here. But the opponent throwing right away instead of throwing an extra wing attack, I guess they thought the Weather Ball would KO, and that actually allows us to reach the Thunder here and take out the Pelipper. So final match, I believe we have another Lantern lead, so I'm going to swap immediately into my Roserade, and they swap into an Abomasnow. And usually an Abomasnow can kind of like brute force its way through a Roserade, especially if they decide to invest shields. As you can see, these Powder Snows are adding up quite a bit, but because we have Poison Jab, we're kind of keeping pace with the damage that the Abomasnow is doing. And opponent investing shields and not throwing in any energy so that they can sneak in extra Powder Snows, but even with the extra Powder Snows sneaking in when I threw the Weather Balls, we simul KO, and now we have the alignment that we want, and we're up 2 shields, so this is a very dominant position to be in. And then opponent probably going to concede right about now, so able to hit Veteran in this set. And as you can see, Poison Jab on the Roserade, super useful in these matches here. Probably the MVP of this team, at least in these battles. And Ferrothorn with this moveset did work out quite well, in case you were worried about running this more unconventional moveset. But that's all for today's video. Once again, check out Chillis FM's channel and his video on this team if you're looking to see some more matchups and learn how to play those out. And yeah, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and also submit your battles in the link in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one.